Hello and welcome to our English news coming to you from Canal, Algérie. First, the top stories of the news. The tourism sector is in full boom in Algeria with more new infrastructure. A case in point in our news, the Shlef province. Genocide goes on in the Palestinian territories with more martyrs among civilians, the main target of the Zionist war machinery. Sahrawi journalists are subject to abuses and repressive measures to stifle their voice and hide the cruel reality on the ground. Welcome back. First in our news, representing the President of the Republic, Amij Tiboun, the State Secretary to the Foreign Affairs Ministry in charge of African Affairs, Bakhta Salma Mansouri, took part by video conference in the meeting of the AU Council of Peace and Security devoted to the reform of the UN Security Council. The meeting, chaired by the President of Sierra Leone, Julius Maado Bio, tackled the African common position relating to African representation to be submitted to the UN General Assembly. Taking the floor, the State Secretary reiterated on behalf of the Head of State Algeria's commitment to defend the legitimate right of the African continent for a fair and permanent representation within the UN Security Council. Bakhta Salma Mansouri highlighted the necessity to reinforce the African Union and step up efforts for a global reform to establish a balanced international system based on justice and fairness. Back to Algeria now. The combination of breathtaking beaches, captivating views from modern hotels and the commitment to quality services is now available in Shlef province, particularly the seaside town of Tunis. Let's discover more with our field reporter Badi Amrani, taken up by our own Melissa Kabash.
The province of Shlef is rapidly consolidating its reputation as a premier summer destination, further bolstered by significant investment in its hotel infrastructure, especially in Tunis. The allure of Shlef's coastlines lies in its beaches catering to every taste. The region offers an escape from the city. Popular spots like the beaches of Tunis and that of Beni Hawa are already drawing crowds.
The place is beautiful and very secure. The staff is attentive, willing to meet the needs of their guests. I truly appreciate it. We've been warmly welcomed. Hospitality is great. I intend to come back and bring my family.
Shlef province, and particularly the seaside town of Beni Hawa, has witnessed considerable development in its hospitality sector. New hotel infrastructure have emerged, promising to elevate the visitor's experience. These facilities are not merely places to stay, they are strategically located to offer stunning views of the Mediterranean.
Our teams are working to satisfy our clients. We are very careful when it comes to hygiene. We've obtained the exploitation license in April 2025. Our apart hotel is equipped with 96 beds and we are aiming to extend it in the near future.
Hotels here are indeed striving to provide a seamless and enriching holiday experience where they focus on guest satisfaction. This includes well-appointed rooms designed for comfort, attentive staff, and a range of amenities.
Right now we are fully booked. We have 46 bungalows. We offer a range of activities and we do our best to provide the best quality service.
With its undeniable natural splendor, especially during the summer season, and the enhancement of its tourism infrastructure, Shlef and its coastal gems, Tunis and Beni Hawa, are ready to take their rightful place on Algeria's tourist map.
Shlef, a top destination for tourists and visitors. Following the death of Nasser Ter, journalist of the second channel of the National Radio, the General Communication Directorate of the Presidency extended condolences to the late family, expressing sympathy during this painful ordeal. For his part, the Communication Minister, Mohamed Mazian, extended as well his heartfelt condolences for the loss of a distinguished journalist. To Allah we belong, and to him we shall return. We are still watching Canal Algérie. Coming up in our news. Saint Augustine, an outstanding Algerian philosopher and theologian to discover by the end of our news. Welcome back to our edition to the international news. In Gaza, carrying a camera has become a life-threatening act of defiance as the death toll among journalists keeps climbing. Reporters risk everything to expose the brutal reality of war that spares no one, not even children seeking refuge in schools. Wissam Abu Zaid and Melissa Lila Balaman reports.
Carrying a camera in Gaza is no longer simple, and a press badge no longer guarantees survival. Journalists here pay the price for truth, with death shadowing them on every front line. Adam Abu Harbid was killed in an airstrike on a tent west of Gaza, pushing the number of journalists killed since the genocide began to over 230.
The Zionist occupation deliberately targets journalists, thinking it can silence this voice, the voice of truth that has committed itself to exposing the crimes of the Zionist occupation. We will keep revealing these crimes no matter what it costs us, even if we lose our lives and our families. We will keep exposing the Zionist occupation's crimes.
These harrowing scenes of wounded children found their way into emergency wards while the journalist lays dead. But the truth did not fade. The coverage carried on, shedding light on yet another massacre committed by the occupation against civilians, including these children whose tiny bodies were covered in burns and blood, sights that shatter the heart. Among the latest atrocities in this small school, once meant to be a safe haven, now reduced to a courtyard and classrooms drenched in a crimson-colored destruction. The displaced, fleeing genocide and starvation, fell here as martyrs, their torn limbs mixed with the cries of their loved ones.
In the strike, they were cut apart, burnt, charred, their flesh scattered all over the school. The brave fell, the children were terrified, the women torn to pieces, the families shredded, the youth burned and dismembered.
And when the Zionist occupation fails to achieve any political gains, it turns straight to killing the innocent, civilians, rescuers, and even reporters, whether they shelter in aid centers or huddle tents for the displaced.
To neighboring Syria, where the United Nations called for a 3.19 billion aid for this country to face the funding shortages affecting the most vulnerable regions, the inhabitants of which are going through severe humanitarian conditions. And from the Middle East to the Maghreb region in Western Sahara territory, the future of which remains disputed, journalists are determined to continue fulfilling their profession to show the cruel reality on the ground, despite the serious threats they face and the multiple repressive measures to stifle their voice. Melissa Kabash explains.
These are the reporters who face down intimidation, harassment, arbitrary arrest, and even physical assault. Yet, they refuse to be silenced, a testament to an unwavering commitment to reveal the truth occurring in Western Sahara and inform the public opinion of the suffering endured by Sahrawis, no matter the cost.
We are doing our best to voice the Sahrawi people's message, especially when full block is imposed by the Mahsen regime. They brutally beat me, targeted my head, they suffocated me. It lasted for about 10 minutes.
As for young Sahrawis, their resilience is not born of fearlessness, but a profound sense of duty.
The Sahrawi people have immense hope in their youth, which is why the Moroccan occupation keeps targeting it.
As we break daily news, it's imperative to remember the invisible battles fought by this courageous people, a powerful reminder of its determination to gain sovereignty over its territory.
Back to Algeria, born in today's Soqahras, St. Augustine shaped centuries of thought. His legacy still echoes worldwide, from ancient ruins to modern universities. Coverage by Hanan Bouraoui, taken up by Melissa Lila Balaman.
In the 3rd century, a remarkable mind emerged to shape global thought. Aurelius Augustinus, better known as Saint Augustine, philosopher, scholar, and tower in intellect, his name still resonates today. Born in 354 in Tagast, now Soqahras, to Monica, a Roman, and Patricius, a Numidian, who came from ancient Algeria, then called Numidia, a thriving center of culture and learning.
His works are studied in top universities worldwide and translated into countless languages. St. Augustine, Algeria's own son, lives on wherever knowledge thrives.
Brilliant and curious, Augustine stood out young. He began his studies in Mador, now Mdawroush, at Africa's first great university, then continued in Carthage and Italy, earning top honors in Milan and Rome, and embracing Neoplatonism.
He grew up under the same olive trees that stand today in Tagast. He shaped the ideas that made him one of the history's greatest thinkers, a legacy that still sparks minds across Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas.
Soqahras still preserves his memory through the ruins of Tagast, the St. Augustine Basilica, and the many streets, schools, and cultural centers bearing his name, a living testament to his lasting influence in Algeria and beyond.
And from Soqahras to Algiers main studio to wrap up our news. Tomorrow, another day, other news. Keep tuning to our channel. Take care. Bye-bye for now.